Can Christians also go to church? Nigerians react as government orders Muslims to resume prayers. Christians are asking to know if they would be allowed to go to their various churches also to pray since the government of Katsina state ordered the Muslims to resume both their congregational prayers and Friday Juma prayers. Religious activities in worship centers across the country has been on suspension over the lockdown protocol due to the COVID-19 pandemic in the country. Here are some screenshots of the arguments and reactions over the prayers order. Recall that the state government of Katsina State has ordered that the Muslims resume their congregational prayers and Friday Juma prayer amidst COVID-19 lockdown in the state. The governor, Aminu Bello Masari, passed this order through the Secretary of State on Tuesday. He said that the decision was made after religious stakeholders and traditional leaders agreed on it over a meeting. The big question remains, will Christians also be allowed into churches on Sunday? Well, the governor of Katsina State, I would say he has done well anyway, because I said it from the beginning that this denial of religious gathering is going to affect the faith of the faithful. Yes, it is. We can still pray at home, but that is not still enough. There is nothing as sweet as being in the midst of the faithful, in the midst of the holies. You know, you feel more comfortable. You feel more comfortable in the presence of God. You feel more relaxed. You know, you start discovering and experiencing yourself in a very different way. You start experiencing Christ in a very different way, in a very different mood. When you see yourself praying or praising God with the faithfuls, you know, so it is very good. I would say that the governor has actually taken a very good step, but then while trying to grant um, the Muslims the permission to pray, to also pray and participate in their Friday Jumat prayer, I would suggest that he also grants the Christians that same permission too. Let it be equal, okay? Because we are also serving the same God. There should be no discrepancy, or there should be no biasness in that. You should try to be neutral and grant the same permission to the Christians. Okay, so I would say that it's it's of no harm, because when you look at the very day this 5G network which they are trying to erect in different countries, the day it was launched here in Nigeria, you can imagine the kind of crowd that that very day proved. You can imagine the kind of people that were gathered on that day. Yet these people, yet these people were not wearing any mask, neither were they wearing any glove, and they were claiming that yes, there is COVID-19. You can imagine that. So, and who are they trying to fool? Who are they trying to fool? Are they not trying to indirectly let us know that what is on ground is the is the uh is the 5G network that they are trying to plant, that made them to come up with this strange life. You understand? So I would like to say that the Jumat prayer or the Christian gathering will not cause any harm, at least from my observation. So the governor of Katsina should um, carry out the same permission, should grant the Christians the same permission as well to participate or conduct their own prayers. And I want to say that from what has just been done by the governor of Katsina State, it shows that that prayers, man cannot do without prayer, neither can man do without the presence of God, because the word they say that the presence of God, in the presence of God there is liberty, and in the presence of God there is love. So let us try to express love to each other, to ourselves, to one another, to to our brothers and sisters. Let us try to experience understanding. Okay, let's try to experience understanding. And once more, I want to say this to the president. I don't know where he gets is getting his own advice. President Muhammadu Buhari, I don't know. Um, before it takes any decision, he should try to weigh that decision. He should try to understand that decision deep down before making it, and try to see how well it's going to be to the citizens. Will it go down well with them? Is it going to affect them negatively? What is going to be the positive effect of of any decision he makes, that is going to make on the citizen? All of these things are what President Muhammadu Buhari need to understand before making any decision. Look at the decision he has just made in the issue of this lockdown. He did not just make decision on lockdown, but also stopped people completely for going to church to pray. Now people are just locked up, not going to work, not going to church to pray. They're just idle, as if forgotten what the Bible said, that an idle hand is the devil's workshop. Doesn't he believe that a lot of people will start engaging or indulging themselves into something that is not of worthy? Yes. You just wait until this lockdown is called off and you see people coming up with strange characters. So I want to say that the president should try and look into this issue of lockdown, and also into the issue of not accepting people, Christians, to come together for prayers. Since this issue of COVID-19 has been exposed, let let there be Christian gatherings, and let the people be allowed to go and exercise their faith. Let them go and exercise their faith, because a lot of people are now are now being misled. They have been misled on so many things. There are so many things that a lot of people we need to do, and to do before the presence of God. You check it, and ask yourself, why is it that the governor of Katsina State decide to grant a permission to the Muslim to start going to Juma prayer? Something must have warranted that. Let's forget about the people's agitation in Katsina. He has sat down and he has thought of it. The presence of God, there is liberty. And in the presence of God, there is love. So I say that this is my little opinion. I don't know what is yours. Please don't forget to leave them behind. Click on the subscription buttons as well as the bell button to get updated anytime we upload new videos. Thank you.